control.
There we go. Okay, sweet. So we have this. We now want to make it so that it animates, right? As much as we wanted to do it by code initially, we will probably. It might be next week now that we do it all. But still. So we need to tell it that the speed that is moving, we can't move a small amount at the moment. I guess that's another issue, right? We're not slowly accelerating, so we may not see the different run speeds, but we can still start like this anyway. So what
but you have an acceleration, so maybe reduce the acceleration value.
Oh, in the movement component, you mean?
You had a default value of
up here. Acceleration. No. Yes, it was 10. Where this gets called from. This was.
Yes.
Which was here. So let's expose this out. Acceleration. Like that. Okay, and we're going to compile it. We'll give it a default value of 10, but we will change it. File. Still should work the same at the moment. Then when we go to our blueprint character, we can go in here. We can look at the acceleration and give it an acceleration of 1. See whether it starts a bit slower now. Yeah, I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah. It's a slight flicker when it turns. No, I think it's just because it's rotating really quick, actually. It's because it's super slippery as well, isn't it? But that's fine. That's just how we made our material. We can make it an ice rink and just say it's an ice rink simulator. That's fine. I mean, was that acceleration at 10? Did it make us slow down as well? Is it used both ways? Oh no, I just compiled. Yeah, so the acceleration is used on the way down as well, which is interesting. It's good. It should actually, if we just get a nice middle ground here, if we go for 5, I think that should be fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So if we go back to the animation blueprint,
yeah,
we can expose the character speed variable, making it public, so we can reach it in another blueprint.
Out here, yeah. Right. Okay. So then we need to just feed this on our movement updates, I guess, right? So in our pawn, probably from our movement component, we want to get a reference to the anim at the start and then update that. So where we have our
so we will
movement component. I was imagining to get the anim and then whenever we want, and then we can just update that value.
I'm trying to see what are we gonna use the maximum speed or velocity?
Oh yeah, that's a point, isn't it? I think velocity it has to be because maximum speed will just be the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, speed is a default value that you give, right? But velocity also has the y value, z value, sorry.
Yeah.
So maybe we should create another vector out of the velocity, ignoring the z value.
Okay. So first thing I'd want to do, I guess, would be to get a reference to it, right? Once we've got the pawn, we can just smash it in here somewhere. Move this stuff back. This stuff back then. And stop the game. Okay, sweet. So we want to, from our pawn, does the pawn, hang on, what are we getting now? The anim instance. Is it on a pawn they have a anim, did you say, or is it on a static mesh?
Skeletal.
Or skeletal. Yeah, okay, so we want to, from this, we want to, don't think it'll have a get skeletal mesh, so it'll be like a find get component of type.
Yeah.
Get component by class. We're looking for skeletal mesh component. Okay, sweet. And we want to cache this to be our skeleton. Okay. Been working on your little riff?
It's not mine.
Oh, you played it last time. I thought you made it up.
No, I told you it was from John Mayer's.
Oh, yes, you did. You did. No, well, sorry. Okay, so now that we've got a reference to that, we then want to, within our movement component, within our movement velocity, when we get the new velocity at the end of it, we want to get a reference to our skeleton mesh. We want to, oh, we probably want to, let's just do it inefficiently, that's fine. Get anim instance. Then would we need to cast that to our own one, right? BP character anim instance. We should just cache this once and then redo it.
Yes.
Right now.
It's okay.
So then from here we want to do what was it called? Set
character speed.
Character speed, yeah, there we go. And that is going to be based on like
oops, sorry.
It would be the forward direction vector, right? Because it's based on which way the character's facing. I guess how fast you're running, or no? Because that means you wouldn't do an animation if you strafed.
We can just create another vector from the one we have.
From the velocity, do you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Or split it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No.
Break vector. Okay, you can do that as well.
Yeah. So do we want to maybe take the max out of those?
Wait, max? No, we create make vector now in an empty space. Make vector. Yeah, and use that. Then we'll use the magnitude of this one, right?
Remind me magnitude.
I mean, the vector length. Yeah.
So that's just going to get the direction, is it? Or
no, not. We don't need the direction. We need the size.
No, I didn't think so. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think of, so the size, it doesn't matter which way you're pointing, you just want to know how long the line is that is being pointed, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know, sorry, my math terminology is very unpracticed, so. Okay, so we just want to know, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, because I was trying to think of.
Yeah, so the size of the vector.
Yes. So if we pass that in as our character speed, but then don't we want to normalize it? Or is magnitude going to do that anyway? Because this vector is not normalized.
We don't want to normalize it, but we probably will multiply it with a custom value to match the character speed we want to align with the animation, right?
Right, okay. That would be done within this then, I guess, right? Within the
we can do it here as well.
Because it's to do with the animation, so it feels better to actually control it there. I'm down with that.
Yes, makes sense.
Okay, so let's see if we get any values coming from that to begin with even. Oh my gosh, it's moving! It looks pretty adorable.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Oh, isn't that cute? We need to change the camera angle. I'm sorry. It's
Does it have a? So do you see it walking?
Do I see what walking? Sorry.
Well,
oh,
do it. Character.
Yes, I think it
do
was.
Do you see the platform walking?
Sorry. Look, shush. Excited that it looked like it was moving. Okay. The arm is quite stiff out, actually.
Yeah.
straight
So
off.
it's outright giving you a high value as a vector length. So we can multiply it with 0.1 or something, maybe.
Okay, yeah, so let's try and work on that then. We'll go into here and we're going to make a multiplication going into this. And we apply. Why is the default not to multiply with another float? Sorry.
It's okay, man. I mean, it just makes me happy that you're getting angry with Unreal.
Let's just call it animation modifier.
And you know what? So they announced that it will be quite easy to port your project from Unreal 4 to 5, and that only worries me. Like, so it's gonna be the same base, and
Yeah,
that
well,
sucks.
I think the main it's pretty much
I'd
staying the same.
rather lose all my projects in, but have a proper engine.
Okay, so if we set this to 0.1 and see what happens. There's no way to test it in here then, no?
I don't. Oh, yeah, you can test it here actually. No.
But we don't know what values we're getting through, I guess, do we? So
Yes, sorry.
yeah.
But you can give the values manually.
Okay, so I think he now just does his walking animation only. Yeah. But it's fine. I tell you what, we need to do two things. First, we need to slow down the acceleration. Even though if we're going to slide around, it doesn't matter. I think we could slow this down to 2. Just so we have a bit more ramp up in speed. And then secondly, we're going to change this to a higher value. So we're not nerfing it as much. And we'll tweak it until we get both things seen.
Yes.
Yeah, it just started to do it. And then I fell off. Let's go over here. Here we go. So if he runs, walk, and he starts running. Oh, but if you turn, he starts.
Yeah.
He can't. That's fine.
I can see it.
That's fine.
You can also see it like slowing down.
Yeah.
It goes to walking, then idle.
Oh.
Very
I hate
smooth.
I hate that in games when they have time to slow down. I'm running and it's just like, oh, and you end up falling off platforms. Like I don't care if it's realistic.
You should have it. You should have it, but it should take only 2 frames.
Yeah, that's fair.
To make it fun, and also good.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It needs to look mildly realistic.
And this takes like around 1 second.
Yeah, so it takes a long time. Based on the acceleration value, it kind of. But anyway, okay, sweet. Well, I'm quite happy. I think what we need to do, realistically, is give us a larger platform to work with, right? I love the materials. Do we have any material that we can use?
Actually, you can do like open the drop down, material drop down.
Yeah.
And select from view options.
A view option.
Down.
Oh yeah.
And show engine content.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, I've seen that before. I forgot about it. Okay, so let's
over there, yes.
And then it stays up. It doesn't.
Yeah, because in case if you want to add other content as well. Perfect. Right.
So now we will be able to have a bit more of a runner. Okay, sweet. Stupid character. Okay, it's cool. It took a lot longer due to the controller issues, but at the same time, it's all interesting. I'm happy with it. And with the time coming up to 7 as well, that does take us up to 4 hours. Yeah, I think it does. So, and that's roughly what we said. So I think for today, it's going to be enough. We didn't quite get onto everything, but let's have a look at what we did say we'd do. And
yeah, I'm only sad we could also jump into jumping.
yeah.
That didn't happen.
Well, to be honest, we did kind of do this. I was expecting a little more of an animation graph of, in Unity, I'm used to those different states you move between. And then you say, I want it.
We'll only have a jumping from that node.
Yeah. Either way. Did you have any luck adding a material cape, by the way?
Material cape?
If I wanted to add a bit of red cape to this character.
Well, it was silly. The cloth thing doesn't work properly, so I know.
Oh no, really?
I got frustrated because like 10 times the Unreal crashed.
Oh really? Okay, let's save everything first. I'm just tempted to... is there cloth? No.
No, it's really difficult.
Oh, okay.
You import a plane first with some subdivisions, then yeah.
Oh, and then it uses animates the.
Then you go into the physics asset of it, and actually no, not the physics asset. In the mesh, there's a section that you can generate a cloth collision asset or something like that.
Oh, okay. No problem. Just would have made him look like a bit more of a superhero rather than just running around in his blue pants. Whoa, it's okay. Oh, crikey. This texture painting needs a bit of work. Look at that.
No.
Yep. His pants are going down onto his legs. These are not boxer shorts. These are pure pants. Need to fix that up. Anyway, cool. So I'm probably going to make a little GIF of this anyway, so I can post on our progress. But yeah, thank you so much for helping today, Brain, as always. And hopefully we have one more session left. So next Sunday we'll try and get one more session done, which will be some variance of what we've done in this already. And then off stream I will try and put together like a bit of a whole kind of summary of everything we've done in a bit more of a concise format. Yeah. Just so someone can go through it, almost a tutorial of how to get started if they wanted to. Sweet. Anyways, right. Let's go find something to rate then, in which case. Thanks, Bora, very much for your help again. You guided me almost completely today, so I appreciate it.
No, it's fine. I know you follow the tutorial, man.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where this is one of the skills. Oh gosh, that looks good. I'll rotate around. This is one of those things where I want to know how to do this stuff, and this is what I also feel the beginners would really just struggle with. You're very intuitive. You take shit on your own back and you're like, oh, let's just do this. I'll do this. I've done it in a different engine, so I'll simulate that. But if someone's new coming in and they're like, okay, so I can add a pawn. How do I make it move? It's hard. It's not, it's not very straightforward. And so like learning about this stuff, especially since me using Unreal day to day, and
yeah, I think I have a way of like putting myself into Unreal Dev's shoes, and I know how to do things because I know how to write an engine.
Yes. Yeah. And all the engines are basically on the same sort of format, aren't they, really?
So it's easier to guess.
Hold on. Could I use a control?
No, you can't. Because you didn't add the thing, the control input mappings. But you could if you added those. Sorry.
So did I do keys?
Yeah, you only did keys, right?
And I'd love to see the little character, because I can actually walk it around a bit more natural then. Where are we at? So it's going to be in the project settings, import. So instead of just A and D, do you add an extra 2?
Mm-hmm.
And you have game stick, is it? Gamepad, left thumbstick, x-axis. Hang on. Do you have to?
No, y-axis, isn't it?
X is up and down, isn't it?
Forward. No, X is.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're completely right. X is definitely not up and down. But also, what about the back and forth here, the scale? Do you need to? You end up saying
you're gonna add the same thing.
Yeah.
Twice.
So we do that.
Or maybe only once.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, can it detect it?
Yeah, it will detect it.
Okay, so this actually, we should do this as we get rid of that one then. And
okay.
then, because we can give minus values on it, whereas the keyboard can't, right? The keyboard just gives, that makes sense. And then the move right is going to be a game add X. Okay.
I don't know if the scale is, scale should be 1, right?
I think it'll times whatever you've got in. So let's, we go.
And you can even just give smaller values. Can you make it work?
I'm trying to go a tiny amount and it seems to go, it instantly goes full. It's like it's analog.
Yeah, we didn't. It's not. It's inputting raw values maybe instead of getting a value from 0 to 1. It could be the moment vector because it's not using the gamepad. Moment component. Sorry. Okay. Well, time's up.
Yes, time is up. We'll have to have a nose at that another time. But anyway.